Box and whisker plots. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a box and whisker plot using ELA scale score. I want to look at my students with disabilities, so I'm going to filter by special education status, and I'm going to choose yes. So now I'm looking only at students with disabilities. I want to compare my ELA average scale scores in my district between the boys and the girls. So I'm going to come over here to gender, and I can filter by male or female students. I'm going to choose males first. So now the data that's in front of me is just for male students with disabilities. Before I move on, I'm going to create another sheet so that I can put my data somewhere else to be able to create the chart. So I'm going to click on this new sheet. I'm going to type a header there. I'm going to put all of my scale score data for my males in column A, and I'm going to put all of my scale score data for my females in column B. I'm going to go back to my data. Since I'm looking at only males with disabilities, I'm going to come over here to ELA literacy scale score, and I'm going to highlight all of that data. So I'm just going to drag it down, and I'm going to copy this data. Oh, that's not getting all of it. There we go. I'm going to hit Control C to copy that data, or you can right click and copy. And then I'm going to paste it here in column A. So I'm going to click Control V, that's the shortcut to paste, or you can right click and paste. Now I need my scale scores for my females. So I'm going to come back up here to gender, and I'm going to take off my filter for males, and I'm going to filter for females. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I just did. Highlight my data, Control C, which copies, and then Control V, which pastes. Next, I'm going to highlight all of this data down to the bottom, and I'm going to go up here to Insert, Recommended Charts, and then this tab, All Charts. And I'm going to come down here to Box and Whisker. So this is going to create a box and whisker plot that represents males and females on the same chart, so I can compare the distribution of my students' scale scores between the males and the females. And I can choose which style I like. I like this one because it's simple and it's got the legend, so that I know that the males are represented in blue and the females are represented in orange. I'm going to make my chart bigger. So this is showing me the distribution. This line in the middle is the median. The outer edges of the box here represent the low quartile and the high quartile. So this is the 25th percentile and the 75th percentile. And then these lines, the whiskers, represent the lowest value and the highest value. And then this dot here shows me that I have an outlier. Now I'm going to click on one of my boxes, and I'm going to, I right clicked on that, and I'm going to click on Format Data Series. This is going to bring up all of those different options that I have for formatting. What I want to do is I want to actually change the axis on the left hand side, because this is pretty small and I want to get more zoomed in. So I'm going to click on that. When I click, it brings up this axis options. And now it's showing me the minimum and the maximum bounds. Because my lowest value is above 2200, I'm going to change this to 2200. You can put whatever you want. And because my highest value is below 2650, I'm going to type that in for my upper bound. And now I've just got a more zoomed in view. So what I can see from this chart right now is that females overall have a higher average median scale score than males, As you can see, this middle line is higher than the boys, and the distribution overall is a little bit narrower, with the lowest value for female scale score being higher than that for males. Now, if you want to have those numbers show up, you can right click and click add data labels, just like in the previous video, and it will bring those up so you can see more specifically what those numbers are. Now, just like in the previous video, if you right click, you can change the colors, you can click on the text, and you can change the font size, you can make it bigger. If you want only, say, the median scale scores, then you can click on these individually and you can click delete, and it will take out whichever ones that you want to remove. You can also change the chart title, which I would always recommend. So you could say this is 2017-18 data, so we could say 2017-18 scale scores, and then my district name.